expenditures. We had $100 for the food tonight, $274 for the food at the election, $16.18 for the plates and napkins. There were a number of other expenditures for the banner, $326. I do not have a figure, as Dunn did not issue a statement this month yet. We're waiting on the statement, and Stacy will finish off the money left on the P card, as well as the money in the checking account when she comes back.
Very good. For the sake of smooth transition, should we, on the agenda, vote on the second signatory next month too, Howard?
Absolutely.
And then I've seen some councils have a third signatory. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Madam Dunn? I mean, would that just be easier?
So the way that it works is you can only really have one acting second signer at a
And
time.
then an alternate?
But in the event that the second signer cannot do it, they're on vacation for a month, or there's some other sort of situation, that person who is essentially delegated the task of taking over in such circumstances would then move up to the second signer position automatically. And they would need to fill out all the paperwork that the second signer filled out originally. But since they've changed the way that they do things with funding, that should be a lot easier and a lot smoother to do. But technically, as far as the department is concerned, there's only one treasurer and one second signer at a time. So even if you do have it in your bylaws, as far as the department's...
Officially official?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
always going to be one treasurer, one second signer. But if you have somebody that you use in those sorts of situations, you can do that, but you would just essentially state they are acting as the second signer at this time.
Cool. So let's do that for the agenda next month, Mr. Benjamin. That'd be good. All right, moving on. We're going to do elected officials reports and committee chair reports. Let's start with, Guillermo or Sahag, you guys want to Rochambeau for it? Rock beats scissors. Scissors beats paper, but paper beats rock. All right, Guillermo's standing up and walking over to the podium. So let's go with Guillermo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Guillermo.
Thank you, everyone, and good evening.
Good riddance.
Good on that Rochambeau reference.
Yes, thank you.
I promise.
Well, thank you. I know I've been absent for a couple meetings already. It's just this year started off with a couple calamities for myself. Last week I was out. I got my wisdom teeth pulled, so I'm just glad I'm here today. I had to. Well, anyway.
Did you keep them?
No, they didn't let me.
So no tooth fairy, none of that, huh?
I wanted them. I really
Right?
did.
No kidding.
But they didn't let me. Well, anyway, thank you for having me here tonight. I know not sure who of the members that were elected are here tonight, but one, two, congratulations on you. Awesome, and I wish you all the best. Just have a few things to talk about tonight, and I'll make it brief so we can continue the meeting. I have a couple of flyers that I placed over there on the table. The city will be hosting, in partnership with the mayor's office and County Board of Supervisors, is inviting people to several town hall meetings across the county to discuss the community's current resources and needs for Proposition 47 eligible individuals in three main areas. One is community-based mental health and substance use treatment, truancy dropout prevention amongst K-12 public school students, and victim services. So we're going to have a series of meetings on that throughout the county. The first one was April 12th. And actually, the relevant one for here, the Valley, is going to be held here at Van Nuys City Council Chambers next door, Thursday, May 12th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Meeting begins at 6 p.m. Not sure if you guys have the flyer already, but I have some over there. The next flyer I have is this coming Monday, April 18th. from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., the Los Angeles Animal Services Department is holding an input meeting to hear out the input of people in the community, to share their thoughts and ideas on how we can do more for animals and people in the community. It's also a great opportunity to share the future goals and priorities for your Animal Services Department. So feel free to bring your family, friends, and neighbors. It's going to be posted here in this very room, Monday, April 18th from 6 to 8. So I have some flyers over there. Before I got here, I sent out a flyer to Carino, so you guys can post it on the website.
I posted a couple times.
It's on the
I
calendar.
posted already? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So, if anything, I'll keep it short, but thank you for giving me a chance to speak tonight, and congratulations to the elected members, and thank you.
Thank you, Guillermo.
Good evening, everyone. Sahak from Council District 2. Congratulations to the new board members. I just wanted to do a quick update. Last week we had a Homeless Connect Day. So for all of those who donated their time, their efforts, and their goods, whether it's blankets, whether it's toiletries, thank you. It was successful. We had over 200 homeless individuals come and receive aid, and we plan on doing it again, hopefully somewhere in Van Nuys, because there's a large homeless concentration on Van Nuys Boulevard. So what we do is we bring in 30 service providers, state, local, city, and county, to kind of help provide services that homeless individuals might need. So it's been very successful. We hope to bring it in Van Nuys and work with the neighborhood council to kind of kickstart that. Also, Van Nuys Elementary and Council District 2, they've planned a trip to CSUN in April. We've helped fund the 2 buses for the kids to go, and we're looking at Van Nuys Elementary School as one of the schools we're going to work with to do cleanup in the neighborhood. Other than that, we have a lunch with the councilman tomorrow if anyone is interested at Querica. It's on Victory and Coldwater, just down the street. If anyone has concerns or if they want to bring up any specific issues with the councilman will be there, so will I. So please feel free to 12 o'clock. We'll be there about 12 to 1:30, depending on what's going on. Thank you guys. Congratulations and great work.
Tomorrow?
Thank you.
Well, then go get some water, but, you know, come on.
Before we continue here, we have from Monica Radcliffe's office, LAUSD.
Report. I'll be quick. Board member Monica Ratliff wants you all to know, and I left flyers over there, that now is the time for students, high school students, perhaps you know high school students at Van Nuys High School, to go ahead and submit an application if they would like to be the student member of the Board of Education for the 2016-17 school year. That's due Monday, April 25th. The flyers are over there. It's an awesome opportunity. And that's for seniors, next year seniors. There's also an opportunity for sophomores, juniors, or seniors to serve on the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. And that's a group of students that will have the ear of the new superintendent, Michelle King, through various meetings throughout the year. And that's also an awesome opportunity. Board member Monica Ratliff wants you to know that yesterday, a resolution that she sponsored on honoring teachers for National Teacher Appreciation Week, May 2nd through 6th, passed unanimously. National Teacher Day this year is May 3rd. So all of you that have teachers in your lives or your children's lives, please put that on the calendar, May 3rd, because as you know, teachers work very hard. The board member would also like you to know that she authored a resolution that passed unanimously at last night's board meeting to encourage the development of magnet schools in the district. There's a great waiting list. Yeah, there's a really, really big waiting list. There's a backlog, for lack of better terms. And so she and the other board members are encouraging the superintendent to put our resources towards the creation of new magnet programs that parents and teachers and administrators want throughout the district. And last but not least, yesterday also unanimously the board voted to commemorate the Armenian genocide of 1915. Last year was the centennial anniversary commemoration. This year is the 101st anniversary, and the board is committed to doing that along with the state of California until our government, until the U.S. government decides to recognize the Armenian genocide. So thank you so much. I don't know if anybody has questions for Board Member Monica Ratliff, LAUSD, or schools in general, but I will be at the back. I don't know if the board members have any questions.
Questions for Ruby? Yes.
No.
Going once. Going twice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Good evening.
Ms. Skelton?
Gary,
Thank you.
Gary, we're still having a problem.
Hello, board members. Thank you for coming out. Sorry, I got to turn my back on. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out. My name is Maria, of course. I just wanted to tell you some things I was doing as the outreach. Saturday, I went to an awesome program. It was an expungement program. Everyone knows I'm all about felons, trying to help felons to get jobs, etc. You know, we always talk about people that have some issues in their lifetime, but we never do anything to help them. So that program was good. We've seen a lot of people that care and wanted to get a job. And to me, that was amazing. Because a lot of people that came with their printout of their record, and once they came with the printout of their record, they were able to speak to some attorneys and get some of the things knocked off their record. So that was awesome. Whew. Y'all know I'm all about fellas. Okay, Thursday. Sorry I wasn't at the election to help, but I was at another election that had 323 people come out, and we was there late, after 10 o'clock. So I heard this one was good, but thank you so much. Sorry about that. Let's see. Valley Village. I was at Valley Village. Hey, Nosy? Mind your business, Nosy? Oh, I said that on tape. No, I'm just... hello? Okay, now, I know they made a comment about the jobs, about supporting the sick leave. That's the reason why I support my union. We are fighting for a higher contract for everyone right now for pay. So I don't know how y'all gonna vote on that, but most definitely, we need to support people with their jobs and business owners too. We need to support that, okay? So if y'all have a job, please support your union. Of course, SCIU is the best. All right, thank you for everything. Thank you for coming out. Y'all have a blessed night. Thanks.
Last night, he's resigning. Mr. Richard Hopp, are you ready, sir?
Hi, my name is Richard Hopp, for people that don't know me. I'm the chair for the LIC Committee, the Legislative Information Committee. We had a meeting on March 18th, and it was unfortunately very dismal like the first one, because unfortunately the person that was supposed to do the email main blast has failed several times, so I'm not getting the input. But I did bring some envelopes from some people, for some people if they want to put down their address, and I'll be glad to mail at my cost a copy of the agenda. There was one stakeholder that showed up. They inquired regarding the bid district laws, and I'm going to be supplying the information, the state information on that. Also, they inquired about the sidewalk vending lawsuit that's going on in federal court. I obtained a copy, and that will be attached to the next agenda, so someone could review it at their leisure. The items of business we went over is defining the objectives and goals of the LIC committee. That's still pending. Identify the venting and diligent inquiry regarding a letter of support, opposition, disclosure, or resolution, or conflict of interest. Unfortunately, some of the laws are not being followed regarding doing support letters. They're supposed to be done as resolutions. That's how they're supposed to be done, not just write a letter. It's supposed to be done as a resolution. That's how the City Council of Los Angeles does it, and that's how all 458 municipalities do it. Unfortunately, it's been an ongoing practice where it's not being done here. And the President's been told many times, and obviously it's been ignored, and it puts a lot of liability on a lot of the board members because of that. Procedures on using hyperlinks on the agenda. I'm glad that someone says something on the agenda. It's up to you to have the right to read the supporting documents. Say a Senate, if you need to support a Senate bill, you have a copy of that Senate bill and the analysis. That's for you to read, not someone telling you what should be done. And it's very simple to do that. I've offered it numerous times, but the person that puts the agenda together decides that's not good for that person's own political gain. And I can't do anything. I'm just an advisory. But if anybody ever needs anything, as I handed out to several people that don't have email, at my cost, I will mail them my agenda. Or if they need me to mail any other agendas, I'll do it at my cost. But unfortunately, somebody doesn't do that. Lastly, the process to install residential streetlights. With the first meeting, there were two stakeholders that showed up that wanted to know about installing residential lights. I gave, I believe, about 40 pages attached to the document, in which, unfortunately, a lot of the board members did not get because the person that was supposed to email blast it failed to do such, and it was not Q. He did what he was supposed to do. It was the president that failed to do that, not once, but twice. And unfortunately, I would love to have several of the board members at least show up so we could talk about certain issues, and I could at least give the supporting documentation so you can make your own decision. I'm not here to nanny. I'm here to make sure you have your own decision of what findings are out there. And that's it. Any questions? Yeah.
What, yeah, question for you. Excuse me, sorry,
question,
Candido. Why aren't we getting the reports more regularly, in your opinion?
Because as an overview, several years ago, Mr. Thomas was the head of the web committee, which he had no meetings, in which I said something. A web committee was started with Mr. Howard Benjamin, Q, and myself. I set up an email blast system, like a constant contact with over 3,000 names, emails. Not before Mr. Thomas only had, I think, about 40. So I set that up, and the reason why I stepped down is Mr. Thomas failed to give me stuff timely, in which if anything went wrong, he would blame it on me, and I wasn't going to take that liability. But I worked very well with Howard and Q, very well. We met maybe once a month or twice a month on small little things to make sure at least everybody had a chance to review. At least there was transparency.
Right.
But that just wouldn't happen. So I couldn't.
All right, so good. You're reminding us that that would be a practice that we would
Yeah.
strive to
If
improve.
you asked Howard and Q, I was actually answering the phone and everything and forwarding it on, everything to the executive committee for their decision.
Okay.
And you could ask them about how I work. Yes, sir.
All right, so you said that letters to senators or a commentary on legislation has to be done in the form of a resolution. Does that mean that the whole text of the resolution has to be submitted as part of the motion, or does that have to be like a whereas, be it a resolve kind of structure? Like, what does that look like?
What I'm going to do on the next agenda, and I'm going to make sure you get a copy because that's a very good question, I'm going to give examples of how it's done. Unfortunately, like with done, they always tell you what should be done. I actually will put it in writing so you have a map, and at least you could decide to make your own decision.
Thank you very much.
You need to take this and read it.
Are you serving me?
No. Yes, I'm serving you. Boy, am I serving you. No, just look at the minutes. You'll be surprised.
Candido.
Yes, Mr. Candido. Yes, the bid, the one that Mr. Thomas failed to disclose, that was put in a motion recently. No. Okay. I don't know. I will definitely put that in the agenda, make sure you get a copy. The new bid that's out that Mr. Thomas failed to tell everybody, that was just put in, was regarding how they're going to revalorize Victory to Oxnard. and so forth. And I will definitely have a copy of the new motion that was submitted. Oh, no, what they're going to do is they're going to be talking about it and considering and probably doing nothing as they did in 97 and so forth and so forth. But I will give you a copy. It's up to you to make your own decision on how you want to read that.
I believe this is, are they trying to form a business owner's bid, or are they trying to form a property owner?
I will be glad to give you a copy of the motion where you make your own decision. As I said before, when you were graciously to vote me in, I'm not the nanny. I will make sure you get a copy, you make your own decision. It would be inappropriate for me to do anything like that. I'll give you a copy of the motion. Okay, is there any other questions? Okay, I understand. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Committee chairs, let's go down the list. Government affairs and oversight. Anything at this time? Public safety. Anything at this time? Outreach has done their committee report. Mr. Hopp and his LIC committee has done their report. I think that concludes.
Planning, land
Oh, planning and land use. Q. Also, can you? There was something else you needed to discuss.
Yeah, this coming Friday, Van Nuys High School is having a green festival. They have all the kids doing a day full of activities in regards to Earth Day, because Friday is Earth Day. So I agreed to show up there Friday. The thing is, I need other board members to show as well, because we're going to have a booth there. There's two parts of the event. One starts at 1 o'clock, but I'm going to be there at 12, and it ends at 3. And then there's a second part. It's at night. It's going to be at the Quad Center out there in the Civic Center outside, and they're going to set up there and start there be there at 5 and start at 6, and it goes till 8. And I'll be speaking to the students and their parents about the Great Street Initiative on Van Nuys Boulevard. So if any board members could help out to show up, greatly appreciated.
Could we see a show of hands of who will be available that evening?
Well, technically, I'm not on, but I had already
Friday.
said I would go, so.
Yeah, Friday.
A couple of days from now?
All right.
That's okay.
But Carino's going to need help at the storage unit to get the table cover out, and one board member can't go alone.
I'll go with him. I can meet him.
Whatever you're available, greatly appreciated.
Friday.
Yeah, you could show up at Van Nuys High School at 12. I'll let you know where to park and
Did you say this Friday?
yeah, this
Yeah,
Friday,
yeah.
The 15th.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Well, who's going to be able to go to the storage unit and help Carino?
I can do that. You want to go too?
Okay. I mean, Jerry could help me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. We're going to hand out some frisbees there as well.
I don't know if we have T-shirts.
All right, so what we're going to do is do the funding votes before we sit the new council, because the new council members won't be trained in the funding and be allowed to vote. So we're going to do the two funding votes. We're going to hear from the Department of City Planning in regards to the Sepulveda Orange Line improvements, and then we'll just start going down the list. So let's start at the back of the agenda first. 8N, yes.
If you have enough of your continuing board members to approve the actions, that's fine, but any of your board members who are leaving the council can't vote on funding items at this time since they're no longer considered on the board.
So Jeanette, you're not allowed to vote. Everybody else is,
So much
Right.
fun. I
and can
really
be.
like you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All right, so we're gonna,
Charles.
yes, and Charles.
What?
All right. 8N, the VNNC proposes a 5-minute promotional video
Right.
in conjunction with the Business Improvement District, produced by Bob Franco and Endorphin Productions. This video will promote business and tourism within the city of Van Nuys.
Hey,
not
George,
to exceed
George,
$5,000. Yes.
Shouldn't we get the new member into the board?
Yeah.
Oh, they can't?
Why can't they vote?
Because they haven't had budget training, they haven't had ethics
N.
Wait a second.
8N.
Okay.
One of them has.
The new board members are properly trained in ethics and funding.
training, ethics training, and
I would recommend that we do that, install them, allow Jacob to vote, and go on with the agenda.
Jeremy also, I believe, did his
Right.
ethics and funding. And made sure the newbies were ready to go.
I'm happy either way, guys. So whatever pleases the council.
Let's install.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go down the list. We'll install the new council members. We will be hearing from city planning because they have 3 people here and they need to get out of here. I will administer the oath of office, so let's come on down, folks. Can we get pictures of this? Does anyone have a camera for the website? We can.
Sure.
All right, so who's being sworn in? Austin, did you win again? I think it's you. So you want to come on down here, Mr. Hendry, John Camara, Howard Benjamin, who else? Colin on,
Yeah.
Ackerman,
Wasn't
our
running,
vote
Donna.
getter.
It's like, I don't know. This must be for their Baker to Vegas thing.
The number 1 vote getter. No wonder he's stressed.
Just now?
All right, let's.
Let that happen.
Go
Jacob,
for it.
you're Jeremy, right? Oh, what's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the fun.
Yeah. Executive board.
All right, you guys. I'm going to break the oath of office up into 4 sections. You just repeat after me. If I could have everyone raise their right hand. So the first one will be, I'll say it and then you guys say it back. So I state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I, Howard Benjamin, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States.
Very good. The next one, and the Constitution and laws of the state of California and all local ordinances.
And the Constitution of California and the state of Illinois.
And that I will faithfully and impartially perform and discharge the duties of the office of council member
That I faithfully discharge
according to the law and the best of my ability.
according to the law and the best of my ability.
Congratulations, you're elected officials.
Have some hummus.
There's an extra chair over here.
I hope so.
Look at that plate. Good Lord.
Jacob, come on down, buddy. You're